guys, it's Brandy and welcome back. Today I am filming my little bit late April TBR. So for April, I actually have two readathons that I'm doing, and I have a few books that were rollovers from March that I didn't quite finish. Now those books I'm not going to show you right now because I don't know if I'll be able to finish them this month. I might have to wait until May to do them simply because they're not really fitting into my readathons, and one readathon is the whole month of April and the other is for a week of April. So I have my plate kind of full, and I'm going to put those on the back burner for right now, and I'll get to those hopefully at the end of this month, maybe the beginning of next month, and I will do my wrap up and show you what they were after I finish them. The first readathon I want to talk about is the one that takes place all April long. That one is the Owls readathon. Now, if you know Book Roast, G over at Book Roast, and you know the magical readathon tag on Twitter, then you know all about the OWL exams that take place in April, and then there are the Newts that take place in August. So for Owls, you can pick a career path basically that you are working towards. I chose Mind Medic, and you get assigned how many books and what categories you need to read books from. And then when you go to take your Newts, you just read more books based on what you passed for your Owls. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know. I'll try to explain it a little bit better in the comments if it confuses anybody. If you haven't seen the video from G on Book Roast, I highly recommend you go watch it. It's the, it'll just say Owls Readathon or Magical Readathon. It's absolutely amazing. She put a whole lot of work into this readathon, you guys. It's quite impressive. So let's go ahead and jump into what I have to read to be a Mind Medic for Owls. Now, for Owls, I had to read 8 books total to be a Mind Medic. The first subject I had was Ancient Ruins, and that was to read a book that's a retelling. For that, I'm going to be reading Sea Witch by Sarah Henning. This book, it's super reflective. This book I've heard is really good, but I haven't had a chance to read it myself, and this is a retelling of The Little Mermaid. The next book I have is Arithmancy, I think that's how you say it, and this is for a book that's by more than one author. For this, I'm going with Anonymous Girl by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. This is just another mystery thriller. You know how I like these, and I really liked the first book they wrote, so I'm hoping that I'll like this one a lot as well. The next book I have is for the subject of charms, and that is to read an adult book. Now, since you can't double up on challenges here, I do have another adult book, thriller, that I want to throw in, or that I already read, actually, and that is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, something like that. Anyway, this book, for the category of charms, this is a long story, you guys. There was a readathon you could do, back in, I want to say it was December, and you could get a couple extra days early if you completed that readathon to start your charms book. So I started this actually in March and finished it in March. But this counts for my charms category in April, so this is already done. The next book I have is for Defense Against the Dark Arts. That is a book that starts with R. So I have Remember Me Like This by Brett Anthony Johnston. This book is actually one of the few I have on my shelves that actually starts with an R, so it kind of had to be this one. But I'm glad to pick it up again because I picked it up a few years ago and started it, and then for some reason put it aside and just never got back to it. So I want to pick this one up and read this one this month. The next book I have is for herbology, and that's a plant on the cover. Now, I don't actually have that book here with me. It's going to be an audiobook, and it's going to be The Immortalists by Chloe Benjamin. That book is a YA book that was pretty popular, I think, last year on BookTube, and just in general, I heard it was a pretty good book, so I'm looking forward to reading that one as well. The 6th book I have is for Muggle Studies, and that's Read a Contemporary. And this, let me get the cover for you because it looks better with the cover on, and it's not on right now. Here we go. This is Bad Romance by Heather Demetrios. This is basically a book about a toxic relationship for some high schoolers. And I've already started this. It's pretty good. It's pretty intense, actually. And I'll be reading this for the rest of the month as well. And let's see. For potions, I have a sequel. And I wanted to pick up from the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, the 3rd book, which is Escaping from Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco. Sorry, this is super reflective as well. These library books are pretty bad, you guys. I'm really sorry. Anyway, this is the third book in the series, like I said, so I'm going to read this for my sequel. I've actually already started it. I'm probably more than halfway done with the book, and it's really good so far. I'm probably going to have a review on this on my Goodreads after I read it because there are some things I want to say about it. But if you're not friends with me on Goodreads, I'll leave the link down below. Just go on there, and you can see at the end of the month what I thought about this one. And finally, the last subject that I had to take my owls for was transfiguration. And that was to read a book with sprayed edges or with a red cover. Now, I don't have a single book with sprayed edges. I don't know why I have never had a book with sprayed edges. I would love to. I think they're beautiful, but I just don't have one in my collection. So right now, what I'm going with is the red cover, and I want to read Chalkman by C.J. Tudor. Now, this is a book that I picked up a little bit ago. You may remember this from a TBR that I had back last year, late last year, the end of last year. And I started reading this book. It got pushed aside for other books, of course, story of my life. And I need to get back into it. So I'm going to reread it. I'm going to start it. And this is how far I got last time, basically. I'm going to just start over and read this. Now that covers my Owls Readathon. And like I said, that lasts the whole month of April. So I have all of April to finish those books. Thank goodness, because there are 8 of them. However, there's also another readathon that I'm doing this month with my friend Amanda, whom you guys know. I'll link her channel down below as well. We are going to do the Book Buddyathon. And that is basically a readathon. There's a bingo board to it. I'll link the video. It's from Eleanor Reed's Books, had Book Buddyathon. It's a bingo board video that shows all the challenges and everything. And there are 2 ways you can do this readathon. You can, 1, do it for the entire month and read all 12 books for all of the challenges. Or you can pick with your buddy 1 week out of the month and just read 3 books and do one of the little self-care prompts and accomplish that within the week, and then you'll be done with Book Buddyathon that way. So you really get to choose which way you want to do it, which way you have more time for. Since I have owls taking up most of my time this month, I really don't have time to do a whole nother month for another readathon. So Amanda and I decided that we would do Book Buddyathon from April 14th through the 20th. So that'll start this Monday, actually, from when I'm filming this. This is Wednesday, and it'll start Monday. And the bingo board prompts that we chose were actually, let me just go ahead and jump in here. The bingo board prompts we chose started with New Girl, which was to read a new to you author or book. Now for that, I just got in today, and I'm so excited to have Girls on the Verge by Sharon Briggs Waller. Sorry. Anyway, so I have this book, just got in today, and I'm so excited to read this. I have never read, I think this might be her debut book. I have never read anything from this author. So this is going to be brand new to me, but I've heard so many good things about this from Chelsea Darling Reads. Also from, I can't think of her name now, but I will link her down below too. But I heard this book is really, really fantastic. So I can't wait to read that one. The next prompt on the bingo board was to read a book based on Friends, which is to buddy read a book. Now, Amanda and I are going to buddy read Dry by Neil Shusterman. I don't have that one with me because it's also an ebook / audiobook I have. So I don't have anything to show you, but that is the book for the Beauty and the Books readathon, not readathon, but buddy read this month. So we are going to just take that 1 week in April and read the book, and we'll be discussing that in our show the last Friday of the month, it should be the last Friday of the month. If you want to join in and with us and see what that's all about, we have it on Amanda's channel every Friday at 9. We try to come to you live with a book topic and some makeup topics, and it's just a lot of fun with a lot of our friends. So we just like to do that show. But if you read the book, or if you want to be part of the group, please check out our Goodreads and please come to the live show and see us and say hi. That would be really fun. But we're going to read Dry for that. The next is the self-care prompt. That is actually the freebie space on the bingo board, and that is to talk to your buddy daily. That is no problem for Amanda and I. We talk daily all the time. That won't be an issue at all. So we've got that one covered, thank goodness. And finally, for the fourth prompt, it was Glee, and that is to read a comfort book, a comfort read. So for that, I actually have one of my cozy mysteries. You guys know I love these, and this is the third in the series of the Library Lovers series. It's called Book, Line, and Sinker by Jen McKinley. I have it in the trade paperback. As much as I hate these trade paperbacks, it is the only way to get these books right now, unless you get them from the library when they came out in hardcover. So I do have the trade paperback of this, and I am going to get through this one that week. It should go really fast. It looks like it's pretty thick, but the thing is, I mean, it's a trade paperback, so it's on the smaller side. And the back is full of recipes and book club ideas. So it really, in all seriousness, is only 274 pages. I don't think this will be a problem either. So as long as I can get through those 3 books and talk to Amanda daily, I will have passed Book Buddyathon. That to me sounds like a rather sweet deal. I think I'll take that. It sounds like a readathon I can actually accomplish, and that would be amazing. Now, that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you guys for my April TBR. The rollovers, like I said, I don't want to show you right now, the rollover books from March to April, because I don't know if I'll finish them this month. I will film a wrap up at the end of April showing you how I did on the owls and the Book Buddyathon, and then the extra books that I had left over if I got time to read them. So all in all, that is my April TBR. I know it was a whole lot of info, and there was a whole lot of linking people down below. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Don't hesitate at all. I will respond to your comments just as quickly as I can, actually. And that should be it for now. I hope you guys have a great reading month. I know it's already started, so I hope you guys are getting some stuff done. And if you're in any readathons, I wish you luck. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Other than that, have a good night. See you later. Bye.